fight in that video resulted in the substitute teacher losing his job, a ban from teaching in the district, and a bail amount of $9,000. Sources indicate to 8 News Now, though, that the student in this fight was also arrested after allegedly making racially charged comments before the first punch.
What up, everyone? I'm Heatfire, and this news article came across my desk from the New York Post. It involves a student and teacher conflict. The student called the teacher the N-word and then assaulted the teacher, and in the result, the teacher ended up knocking the student out. Now, this article comes from the New York Post. I will read snippets from it. I'll give my thoughts and opinions at the end. And if this is your first time to my channel, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get it. Substitute teacher fights student who allegedly used racial slur in crowded Vegas school hallway. A Las Vegas substitute teacher and a teen student unleashed a barrage of punches on each other after a classroom argument over a reported slur spilled out into a crowded hallway in front of other students. Raekwon Smith, 27, is accused of brawling with the Valley High School student on Thursday when he asked the teen who allegedly shouted out a racial slur to leave the classroom, according to 8 News Now. The altercation turned physical when the student allegedly placed his hands on Smith. The video obtained by the outlet captured both parties swinging at each other before Smith connected several times on the pupil, eventually knocking him out. After knocking down the unidentified student, Smith stood over him, seemingly yelling as the student balled up and covered behind his hands. Smith remained hovering over the student, landing several more punches until a campus safety monitor and other students helped their classmate off the floor, according to Fox 5 Vegas. "You're going to jail, the laughing student reportedly shouted as he was escorted away. "I see a teacher fighting the student. I'm like, wow," Valley High School junior Andrew Achievez told KTNV. And then the teacher is just standing over him, just slapping him, saying stuff to him. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. We are aware of an altercation involving a staff member and a student. Valley High School principal Kimberly Perry Carter wrote in a message to parents on Thursday. The information is preliminary. However, please know that CCSD PD is investigating the matter. Once we have information to share, we will be sure to update our community. The message obtained by KVVU read, "Smith was slapped with several charges stemming from the fight, according to jail records. He was charged with battery resulting in serious bodily harm, assaulting of a school pupil on school property, interfering with a student from attending school, and threatening to do bodily harm to a public school student." Smith is being held at Clark County Detention Center on a $9,000 bail, with his next court appearance scheduled for Friday. The student was arrested on unspecified charges.
This at Valley High School in the East Valley, where school district police confirm he was a substitute teacher at since November. Sources tell 8 News Now that the student's use of the N-word fueled the flames of the fight.
This seems to be sort of a unique situation.
But bail was dropped and Smith was set free on Friday, the judge citing a lacking criminal history and deeming no flight risk.
Violence in any form is unacceptable and goes against the fundamental principles of education and respect. Any altercation between a teacher and a student is thoroughly investigated and appropriate disciplinary action is taken, the school district wrote, according to the outlet. Smith, who began working for the Clark County School District in November of 2023, was removed from the substitute teachers pool and is no longer eligible to work at the district. The CCSD Police Department is using the video as evidence, sources told KLAS TV.
Sources indicate that the student is recovering at a local hospital and that his proceedings will go through the juvenile court system rather than the adult system. That is why we are unable to report his identity as of now.
Thursday's incident is the latest in a series of violent incidents between students and teachers in classrooms across the country. Earlier this month, a North Carolina high school student was charged with assault after slapping his teacher twice across the face in a profanity-laced rant. The rage-filled youngster, identified only as a minor, confronted the educator inside a classroom at Parkland High School in Winston-Salem. All right, so there's the article for you guys. And yeah, as you already know, the teacher was released and the student was also arrested. Now, what are my thoughts on this? So, no one has the right to racially discriminate against anyone. We live in the most protected times that have ever existed. Take, for example, if there's a man walking down the street in a dress. You can't just shout out to him, the F word. And for those of you who don't know what the F word is, I don't have to say it. You can use your imagination. You can't discriminate against anyone. Not only can you be arrested for it, but you can also be sued for it. Now, was the teacher right for hitting the student? Well, if you watch the video, he was acting in self-defense. The student did come at him first. I'm not going to show the video here just because, YouTube, they'll age restrict me. I did a video earlier about a teen who had her head bashed in, and I didn't even show anything, and it got age restricted. So I'm not going to show anything here, just to protect my channel. I want to continue to make videos for you guys, of course, and keep my channel alive. But, with that being said, it's like the teacher was wrong for fighting back. And hindsight's always 20/20. What he could have done was he could have went to the principal's office, told the principal, and then he could have went about it the legal way. If it were me, I would have went straight for someone's pocket. That's the best way to hurt someone, in my opinion. Not only do you fuck them up mentally, but you fuck up their pockets and you fuck up their sleep. All right, going after someone's pockets. All right. And I'm not going to say that it's entirely the student's fault. You got to look at what's going on in the household. Okay, he got that from somewhere. And I know people can be like, oh, well, Heatfire, how do you know that it came from the parents? Well, I mean, think about it this way. If your parents never taught you those things, right? To go around calling people the N-word or racially discriminating against anyone, would you be less likely to do that to someone or more likely to do that to someone? And I know every situation is different, but it just goes without saying, you treat people how you treat yourself. All right. If you love yourself, you're not going to want to hurt other people. If you hate yourself, and again, it is a reflection of yourself and how you treat other people. If you hate yourself, then you're going to want to push that negativity onto other people. That's why when it comes to toxicity, I don't want anything to do with it. If you're a negative person, stay the hell away from me. You keep that bullshit somewhere else. All right. I don't even want people who are positive around me. Same thing that goes for this channel. If you're on that bullshit, don't even bother. All right. I'm not saying that I can't have a conversation with toxic people. I can, but at some point it gets annoying. It's like, yeah, you know what? Just, go on. I'll block you. I won't even bother with it. But at the end of the day, you guys, keep your hands and your thoughts to yourself. And me being a person of color, we have been racially discriminated against for 300 plus years. And to me, the N-word is a very hurtful word. People who are not of color, you can't really sympathize what it means to be called that. Not only have my people been hung for it, but let's just say, someone has their car window bashed and no one saw what happened, right? And you got a white guy there, you got a Mexican guy there, an Asian guy there, and a black guy there. Nobody saw what happened, but there's a car, window that's bashed. When the police, arrive, hey, you guys see anything? I'm telling you guys, 10 times out of 10, all right? Even if, there's no evidence. If someone says, oh, the black guy did it, I guarantee you guys, you're gonna believe it. Why? That's just the way things are. So there is a negative connotation when it comes to using the N-word. Not only is it hateful, but my people have died from it. All right, I've been racially discriminated against, and I haven't even done anything. You have people who live in this world who hate other people just because of the way that they look. That is an idiotic, well, that's not even a reason. That's no reason not to like someone just because of the way that they look. You have to have a fundamental reason on why not to like someone. Either they've done something to you, they've, caused harm to you or your family, caused you discomfort. But just by looking at someone and say you don't like them just because of the way that they look, that's bullshit. No one has the option to be born. No one can choose their parents, and no one can choose their ethnicity. It's completely out of our control. Let people live their lives. You worry about your own. Live life, pay your taxes, work if you have a job. This is a game of survival. We're all in this bullshit together. There's no need to, put shit onto other people uncalled for, especially when it comes to discrimination. We are protected. Just like I said, the LGBTQRS, WXYZ community, the rainbow community, you can't discriminate against them. You will get sued. You will be arrested. Same thing with ethnicity people. You can't go around calling them racial slurs. You can be arrested, of course, and hey, you get sued too. So that would just be my thing. I would go for someone's pockets for doing that to me. Same thing with the internet. You can't go on the internet, harassing people and discriminating against them. You just can't do that. We are protected people today in society. Everyone is protected. All right. So that's the article for you guys today. Again, if this is your first time to my channel, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will catch you guys next time. Late.